What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Kurt the Jerk. Got some information for you today. I was sitting there like, oh my God, no. Things is getting worse with the PPP loan stuff. But the great thing that I'm seeing, and I don't know if it's great, it all depends on what situation you fall under as it pertains to the PPP fraud, is that a lot of people's not getting time. It seems like they just pay the money back. The SBA is making them pay the money back along with fines and stuff like that. And I don't want to share light of it because you can mess around and be the one that go to jail. I'm just stating the facts. And it's just crazy, you know. It's so many cases they got right now. But, you know, honestly, they didn't scratch the surface in all the fraud cases they got. They only got like around 400-something cases right now as we speak. It's like 458 cases, something like that. So they didn't really get all the cases they got, you know, so far. But it's a matter of time. But what you got to do, and I reiterated this in the last video that I said before, was very important at this moment. If you think that you might be one of the people that's going to be a victim, caught up in a PPP fraud situation, you're going to have to save some money, put it aside, and get prepared for an attorney. Because they might not catch you right away, but it's going to take time because there's a lot of cases that they're going to go through. And guess what they created right now? They have a new task force. They actually got a hiring application for new people that have basic level accounting skills, and they doing forensic accounting. Because now they want to go after all these so-called small business. You know, the people that have the LLCs that they just recently created, and also the ones that have no LLC but like the sole proprietor. They're going to start looking at your previous record. They're going to start looking at detailed information, and they're going to start investigating if you're a real business and all that. They're going to do that with a lot of people. So don't think for a minute if you only got a loan for 15 grand or 12 grand that, people's getting caught for millions of dollars. They ain't going to come after me. No. I know people that have $10,000 they came after already, and it's crazy. They came to somebody I know that got for $10,000. They only got $10,000 back, and they came after them already. So understand that the government wants all their pennies. Now, the sad part about it that I was like, I was heartbroken about, you know, because I know that some people made a lot of bad decisions by fraud in the government. A lot of you guys is going to lose your SNAP benefit programs. Like if you have food stamps or if you have, rent assistant programs and stuff like that. Anything that's pertaining to government funded programs, you're no longer going to qualify because you have a fraud case with the federal government, and that gets flagged really fast. They catch it really fast, and then you got some people that was collecting unemployment, and while they collected unemployment, they also did a PPP loan for a business. You can't do both, and if you did both, then that's another issue right there that you need to be concerned with because they could catch all that. It's just a matter of time. The only thing I could say, have your money ready for attorney, and try to negotiate your situation. You know, a lot of people screwed up. You know, from what I'm hearing before, I'm thinking it was just a few people, but there's a lot of people that's in a bad position. So, the good and bad news. The good news is that they can't lock everybody up because it'll be like damn near 1 million people. The bad news is that they're gonna lock up a lot of people, but people are gonna be able to get released. So the likelihood of you doing jail time is very slim, only because it's so many cases. So pretty much you got to try to work out a financial agreement with SBA to try to pay back the money and stuff like that. Because at this point, that's the only thing they could do is like make you pay it back along with restitution. You know, not everybody's gonna go to jail. You might get slapped on the wrist. You might have to turn yourself in. You might have to speak to the fraud unit for PPP, and they'll talk to you and see what's the best course of action. But the reality is that you're just gonna have to pay it back for the most point, and you might have to pay some hefty fines and fees and stuff. And who knows? And you might get something on your record, you know. But other than that, it's so many cases out there. It's like they estimated, SBA estimated it was like 3.4 million cases that potential fraud cases. So it might be less, it might be more. It might not be that amount of cases. It might just be, you know, what it is. So they got to go through mad cases to see what's going on. And you know, it's funny too. that some of the names that people use for their business, they was just using random names. Like somebody used the mayor's name and gave the mayor's address, all types of craziness. I'm like, damn, they wanted to get caught. And then for the people that use your own personal information, it kind of sucked because they don't have, they could wait to come after you because they know where you live at. They have your name, they have your telephone number, they have your social, they have all your information. So it's just a matter of time. So when they do catch up to you, you just gotta take care of it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get that attorney money popping and get it going. You know, it's just as simple as that. It sucks. You know what I mean? It really does. And I'm not saying it doesn't, but that's just the situation. But you know, to be honest with you, there's a lot of people, small businesses that's struggling that could have used that money. And unfortunately, back in May 2nd, they said they ran out of money. So just to think about how many people frauded the federal government, and there's a lot of small business out there that was struggling that could use the little crumbs that they was going to get from SBA. So it kind of sucks on that end as well. So it goes both ways with it. But I want you guys to share this video, click like, and support my channel. I'm going to be putting out a lot more important information in the future. Not just PPP. We could talk about taxes. I do taxes and stuff like that, so we could talk about that. If you're looking for, I won't say loopholes, legal loopholes that you're legally entitled to. If you have a small business, I could work something out with you, talk to you about it. And if you're interested in me putting out a video about 400 deductibles as it pertains to business, I'll probably just put out a list. I don't think I'm going to read it off because that'll take forever. I'll probably just put out a list or put out the most common ones that people do tax write-off as it pertains to business. But back to the PPP loan. Just prepare yourself. Don't wait at the last minute and just be screwed up. Prepare yourself. Save some money, and so you can anticipate this situation. And when the time comes, you get yourself a good attorney, and the attorney can work it out where you pay restitution. That's what I'm starting to see. A lot of small cases. I'm not talking about the big cases where people getting caught. Like a California man recently got caught. What is it? $27 million. He had 11. He submitted like mad forms of 4 different banks to process the SBA and stuff like that, and he ended up getting $27 million. They caught his ass. Now he's gonna do football numbers, but even him, a person like that stole $27 million, is probably get slapped, probably get a few years in jail. You'd be surprised, or maybe 30 years in jail. We never know, because $27 million, I don't think he could pay that shit back unless he still got some of the money. I don't know. These stupid cats that be doing stuff like that be buying Lamborghinis and shit. Like, how dumb you are. You gonna buy Lamborghinis and all types of cars and go to a strip joint, blow 20, 50,000 a night in a strip joint. That's just mad dumb. Like, there's many better ways you could do with the money, but I don't agree with you stealing, but that's just what it is, you know. I'm gonna let you guys go. Y'all take it easy and peace.